North Branford, where better living begins. This phrase could not be more accurate. Despite the recession, North Branford remains one of the greatest places to live, work, and raise a family. It's not our size that draws people to our town. It's our many outstanding attributes. There are obvious features, such as our school system, our police and fire, public works, the close proximity to the shoreline, interstate, and rail. Our town is about 70% residential and is made up of beautiful tree-lined streets and well-planned neighborhoods.
Our budget situation is difficult. It's going to affect you to some extent. Our governor has proposed a very provocative state budget that would eliminate your car tax, but it would also take away a lot of different kinds of other funds from the town. One of my kids just got married in Austin, Texas, and I was down there 2 weeks ago, and the Texas School Board Association passed a resolution asking that every teacher in Texas be trained and armed with weapons in the classroom. And we're not going in that direction in Connecticut. I would not support going in that direction in Connecticut. But school security, one of the things we're likely to approve is we're going to ask every school district in Connecticut to come up with a security policy, a policy for the security of their school.
And I think, in my opinion, one of the areas we do have to focus on is the mental health issue in Connecticut. We talk about the prison overcrowding and the nonviolent criminals that are in prison. Many of those are our mental health patients who should be getting different kinds of assistance but aren't. And Connecticut is one of the only states in the country that doesn't have outpatient commitment for people with mental health illness.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for welcoming me into North Branford and for all the support of the staff and the community in the time that I've been here since July. And it's been a very interesting time, and I think, as the mayor had mentioned, we've had developers already approach us about opportunities in that area for town-owned land, for the buildings that are there, and for some other opportunities in Route 80. And we as a town have got to be prepared to address those developers and say, we're ready. I think it started last night when the council held a special meeting to talk about Route 80 and where they would like to go with the town-owned buildings and the town-owned land. And I think we are definitely moving in a great direction.
Too many times we try to pigeonhole it into student data and outcomes. We look at our standardized test scores, and we look at other means of measuring successes, and we leave out that key component about citizenship and the quality of kids that are walking out these doors each and every day. And our two reps, our rep and our senator, spoke to mental health and the importance of making sure that that remains in our focus. Safety piece. I truly believe with the buildings that we have, it's nearly impossible to keep someone out that wants to get in. We can do a number of things and spend a lot of money, and it's nearly impossible to keep them out. And we're taking a stance that we want to have a trained person in those buildings with communication to get our police force there should, God forbid, there be a tragedy like Newtown. We can't go back, we can only move forward, we have to learn from that. And Newtown had a lot of things in place, and I'm sure they would have liked to have had someone that day there